No child should suffer in silence because they cannot speak.
A Louisville mother and father says their special needs child was abused at school, and now she says she has proof, and what she found she calls unacceptable.
Get over! Get over!
This video from May 13th, taken from a hidden camera placed between the dreads of Samaj Lee, an autistic special needs student at Field Elementary. Samaj's parents said for months they'd received phone calls and complaints about his behavior, which seemed unusual.
As his mother, I knew in my heart something was not right.
The boy's mother then took matters into her own hands.
I ordered a camera to be my son's eyes, his ears, his voice.
On this video, a woman mentions how she's leaving the room for a minute, while another staff member remains in the room with Samaj. And then you can hear the staff member firmly talking to him, followed by a series of noises while Samaj's head moves around.
Get off of me now. Get off of me now.
What I discovered on the camera footage is something no parent should ever have to see or hear. Our child was put in a situation where he was scared, overwhelmed, and powerless.
Play with you no more.
The staff member eventually told Samaj to get away, followed by more noises, causing the boy to start yelling.
Get out of here.
Lee is now calling for cameras to be installed in classrooms that have special needs and nonverbal students.
No parent should have to question whether their child is safe at school.
No child should suffer it simply because they cannot speak. That ain't right. Welcome back. How are you guys doing? Let's just dive right into this one. Because this one, it is so touching. And it is buzzing the internet as it's supposed to. If you do not know the power of a mother, like you are doubting the power of a mother, the extent that the mother can go for a kid. I give it to this woman for taking the bold step. And because of it, this kid that we are talking about, even if he cannot speak, he can feel it, that my mama is protecting me.
And when I said I hid it, this is the camera I hid. So let's be clear. This all started because over the course of months, I was flooded with calls and complaints about my child's behavior. Behavior that was not typical, not normal, and not something as his parents we had ever seen in our sweet child. As his mother, I knew in my heart something was not right. I ordered a camera to be my son's eyes, his ears, his voice. I secretly hid the camera in his hair and sent him off to school on May 13th. And when I said I hid it, this is the camera I hid. So let's be clear.
This case is genuinely sad because there's no way that a mother of a non-verbal autistic kid has to go to the length of installing a camera on her own son's thick hair that she would make into a ponytail just so she would be able to gather valid evidence that her son was being verbally abused, but in such a crazy manner because he was being choked while being called the hard R by his own teachers. Not only that, but there's also alleged things that they hit him. All this happened in an elementary school in Louisville, Kentucky. That's right, in an elementary school, which just makes this whole interaction even more sick than it already was. There's no way there's actual teachers who are mistreating special needs people like this, which creates the question, how long has this been going on for, and how many other special needs people went through that school and were treated that way, and all that went unseen. Hopefully this whole entire case isn't dismissed by the simple fact that the teachers didn't consent to being recorded.
My son had a camera in his hair, and Mr. R is beating my baby, grabbing the head, beating my child for no reason.
Drop me down.
That's like my biggest fear. Oh my, I'll be like, my son going to school because they hear that baby screaming like that. I will beat everybody's ass. Like, oh. I know it took everything in her not to beat their ass because that's her baby. Like, as an autism mom, that is my biggest fear. Because they can't tell you. They're not going to be able to tell you. And shout out for that mom for fucking getting that camera in her baby hair because she knew. And it's like, oh my God. I will be. I can even watch the whole video. I can watch the whole video. Because, I mean, everybody is. I really hope they get justice for that baby.
This happened in my hometown of Louisville, Kentucky, man. Mother has a nonverbal son, and he was coming home and he was distraught and he was acting out and doing things that he normally never does. She got suspicious that something bad might have been going on at school, so she hid a camera in his dreads. When she checked that camera, come to find out his teacher was abusing him and being, I guess, verbally and physically abusive. The teacher's name was Robert Rinsdale, I think I'm pronouncing it right, and it was at Fields Elementary School. And the story went that, this woman checked the camera, she found the evidence, she went up and she handled it very maturely. I'm not sure if this guy is about to be arrested or not. I don't know that part of it. But what I do know is that she went up there, she handled it maturely, and personally, I want to handle it a different way. I want to go up there and whoop Buddy's ass. And I think we should all go up there and whoop Buddy's ass for treating the kids like this. But that is so scary, man, especially with having a kid that's nonverbal. You don't know. He can't come home and tell you. So salute to this mom for putting the camera in there, getting the evidence and protecting her child. And man, we got to do better picking these people that are at these schools with our children, dude. It's really getting to the point to where I want to homeschool my kids. My youngest son's gonna be homeschooled next year. Like I'm sick of this shit. This shit's crazy. This shit is too weird out here. But salute to that mom.
Man, this story is so heartbreaking. A Louisville mom, her name is Tiffany. She suspected that something was going on with the son. He's only 7 years old, nonverbal autistic kid. Tiffany had a gut feeling that something was going on at the son's school. So she did what any mother would do. She put a camera on the boy's ear. And what she found out was absolutely disturbing.
My son had a camera in his hair. And Mr. R is beating my baby. Grabbing better than he beating my child. For no reason. As soon as Sarah walked out the classroom to go to the restroom on camera, Mr. R is strangling my baby. He's just strangling my child for no reason. For no reason, he's strangling my child. I got the police coming up here now. It's on camera. Soon as Sarah walked out the room, he's hurting my son and calling him in the N-word. The police is on the way. I put the camera in his hair. And
Come on in my office. Yeah. Come on in. Did you already
I guess, yes, they're on the way.
Okay.
He's choking my son and calling him the N-word as soon as Sarah walks out the classroom.
What?
He's choking him, and that's why I said cameras need to be in the class. Y'all let this happen to him. I begged y'all. Y'all called me every week and said he did something that he'd never done before, and he was peaching him. He's never peached before. He was peaching him and choking him, calling him a stupid nigger. And y'all let this happen.
On a camera?
On a camera in his hair. Whoever it is, I don't know if it's you or Mr. R. Whoever was in that classroom, there's a man's voice. I see it. I think it's Mr. R. Was calling him a nigger and choking him.
I am sorry if that happened.
Y'all let this happen. I told y'all my son's a good boy. I had to put a camera on his hair just to see that my child's being abused in the classroom. Choked and being called a nigger, and he's nonverbal. This is my baby. My child, and he will get justice because y'all let this happen. Mr. R needs to get locked up now. It's on the camera. He's calling him a nigger and touching him. Nigger boy, sit down. And my baby didn't even move. Sarah walked out the class and my baby didn't even move.
Okay, you got the police en route? Or do you have LMPD coming, or do you have JCPS?
The police is on the way.
Okay.
Y'all, my son has been abused at the school and they let this happen. Okay. My son has never pinched anyone. He's pinching him. But the choking and calling him a nigger, is that what y'all allow? Is that what y'all allow? My child is nonverbal autistic. And y'all called me every day, and said that he was doing stuff because he's being abused and none of y'all seen it. So you didn't know? Did you not know he was being abused?
Absolutely not.
Did you know that he was being abused? Did you know he was being abused? So y'all just let it happen.
So
And I told y'all to investigate.
we're going to stop talking until the police get here, okay? So we can have it all officially on record.
Forward.
Now, she insists it's the way that the teacher was speaking to her son and the yelling that followed that really made her upset.
It sounds like somebody, a grown man, that's angry with another grown person, but this is a child that cannot speak. My baby, my sweet baby, that doesn't hurt anyone. He's hurting my child. He's verbally hurting him, and I know he physically hurt him.
How do you know he physically hurt him?
He was too close to him. He was too close to him, and I know because my son would have kept clapping, and he had to touch him to stop him from clapping, or my son's claps would have kept going.
The school, which has initiated an investigation with Child Protective Services, responded to our request for an interview by sending us the same letter that went out to parents last week. It read in part that the school district is, quote, taking these allegations very seriously. In order to reach a transparent, accurate, and just conclusion, we must follow our policies and procedures before making any claims about our staff. The recording device was discovered from clapping,
or my son's claps would have kept going.
The school, which has initiated an investigation with Child Protective Services, responded to our request for an interview by sending us the same letter that went out to parents last week. It read in part that the school district is, quote, taking these allegations very seriously. In order to reach a transparent, accurate, and just conclusion, we must follow our policies and
from clapping, or my son's claps would have kept going.
The school, which has initiated an investigation with Child Protective Services, responded to our request for an interview by sending us the same letter that went out to parents last week. It read in part that the school district is, quote, taking these allegations very seriously. In order to reach a transparent, accurate, and just conclusion, we must follow our policies and
from clapping, or my son's claps would have kept going.
The school, which has initiated an investigation with Child Protective Services, responded to our request for an interview by sending us the same letter that went out to parents last week. It read in part that the school district is, quote, taking these allegations very seriously. In order to reach a transparent, accurate, and just conclusion, we must follow our policies
from clapping, or my son's claps would have kept going.
The school, which has initiated an investigation with Child Protective Services, responded to our request for an interview by sending us the same letter that went out to parents last week. It read in part that the school district is, quote, taking these allegations very seriously. In order to reach a transparent, accurate, and just